Hi guys, I'm going to well, reviewing the good characters and work our way down. First up we have the protagonist, Lincoln. And yes, I made a list before, but not Lincoln's Mansion, at least I don't think so. But either way, I think he's the main protagonist and he deserves most good. He cares about his family, he loves his sisters, but he hates Maylin the most. He's not really nice to Maylin, no. But overall, he's a good character. He likes his sisters. He cares about his sons and daughters. He likes spending time with his kids. And he mostly adores Max, which I'll explain why he's in the good and bad list later. But overall, I think he deserves Gold Medal of Honor to him. Next, they have his wife, Ronnie Ann. You all know Ronnie Ann. Ronnie Ann's a good, loving mother. She tries to get Lincoln to like a Maylin, but he fails. But she's a good, caring mother to her kids. She protects Lincoln sometimes. And overall, I think she deserves Gold Medal of Honor as well. Next, we have Lenny. I think she deserves the Silver Medal of Honor, as she is mostly a secondary antagonist in the show and films. She can be very good and supporting to kids, Cuba Christopher and also, but they're not actually in this list. So I'm being surprised that I didn't add them. And I forgot the snowballing Zergay in the list. I apologize for that. Anyways, continuing on here. I think Lenny's a good teenager. He's smart. Overall, I think she deserves gold, silver medal of goodness to Lenny. Like Kyle from Wicked Things. Next up, we have Luna. Yeah, the lesbian Pride Month. But even though the main boyfriend antagonists don't appear in the show at all, it's quite a shame that she doesn't see Sam. Yeah. So, I think Luna deserves a gold medal of heroism for saving Lincoln's. You know what? No. I think she's good. She's a good character. She helps Lincoln and Ronnie Ann and her sister. So I think she is good. Next we have Luann, and of course you all know Luann. But in my show, Luann's different. She doesn't make jokes at all. But she cares about her family. She likes her sisters. And she likes her adopted sister, Lori. Sorry, no, not adopted sister, Lori. Adopted sister's Maylin. And overall, I think she's good, but she doesn't get any medals. I don't know why, but I'm just choosing not to. Next up, Luna Jr. Yeah, what to say about LJ? She's an okay sister. She, despite her athlete, I think Lynn Jr. is a pretty okay character in the show, but she's not much shown as it only focuses on the main story of the villains and the others. But in the final episode, she does threaten one of the villains. So yeah. Next, we have the goth girl, Lucy. Lucy is the most bravest one, as she does decide to help Lincoln and his teammates in the final episode. The final battle is the episode title. And I think she deserves an okay medal for her heroism. Next, we have Lola. Despite her bratty actions, I think Lola is an okay character. She's supportive. She helps the family out sometimes. But I'm not going to give her any medals for some reason. I'm just choosing not to. But she's an okay character in the show. Her character design I had in design for her. Next we have Lana. Lana is an okay character. Although she... I mean, one of them, they're just not really the same. Yeah. Sorry, moving on to Lana. Yes. Lana is an okay sister. I'm not gonna give her any medal either. But she does help save the day. But although these two were twins, Lola and Lana in the final episode, it did not exactly plan it. When Senior, I'll get to winner after I explain. Overall, I think she's an okay character. She helps out around the show. Lisa is smart. Okay, guys, Lisa is smart. She is very good. And I think she's an okay character. Overall, she knows how to make a firebomb with Tabitha cut out of an episode. But either way, she's very, very smart. And I think they really should have a girl team up in a future possible episode. But, I mean, take a look at all the episodes. Pause. Take a look at all the episodes, and there's a reason. I just continued the show. So, I hope you enjoy my episode, my final discontinued episode. But anyways, continuing on here. Next we have Lily. Yeah, Lily doesn't... I honestly feel bad for Lily as she has to stay in baby form throughout the show. But overall, she can be supporting at times. She cares about her health of her sisters. I think that give Lily the Gold Medal of Honor for her heroism and good deeds as she supports the family. Next we have, I'm gonna give Lynn Senior here the Medal of Bravery and Trustworthy as he did plan a backup plan if things backfired. And overall, I think he deserves it. But despite that, he's a good chef. And also that, he's a good chef. He works in the kitchen. But his failed company, I feel bad for Lynn Singer in the show and in the films as his restaurant got demolished or something. It got bad reviews, but it was by Rory, of course, you know. But I feel bad for the guy as he was getting bad reviews. I felt bad for him. Well, writing him as a sad hero. But he's an okay dad. Yeah, he's a good dad. Next we have Rita. Yeah, Rita Loud. She's an okay character. I think I'm gonna have to give her a Gold Medal of Honor for good deeds with Lynn Senior. So I rate both of them at the same rate. Not much to say about Rita in the show. She's a good mom to her 9 kids and 4 adopted girls. So, yeah. Next we have the protagonist of Turning Red. For some viewers who hate Turning Red, it is not cringe, okay? I ship her, okay? I love her. She's my favorite. But I mean, just continuing on here, anyways, yes. Mainly is an okay character. She helps around the house. She likes cleaning. Even though her sisters get crazy at times. But she lives in the basement throughout season 1. Or in the White House movie 3, that is. She sleeps in the basement, the poor girl. But I think I feel bad for her in the sequel as she was abused by her mom. Mainly with I Know My Now, which is the big... Okay, she's the main villain, secondary villain in the sequel. But you already know how her backstory is. Overall, I think May is a good daughter and sister towards the others. And a good aunt. Yeah, aunt. Gold Medal of Honor to her. Next we have Miriam. What do I have to say about Miriam? Poor girl, I feel bad for her. But although it's not. But these four characters are just not exactly in the story line. In the turn. But BFF Squad series is a different series. Serious timeline. And yeah. I think she gets a gold medal honor as well. Not much to say about Miriam, as she has a tragic backstory as well. Abby Park, I don't know about her. I don't know what to say about Abby. She's an okay character. She's protective around the kids. She's supportive towards her sisters, adopted sisters. So I think I'm going to give a gold medal on her as well, to her as well. Next we have Priya. Yeah, Priya and Wishu would go perfect together as they are both golf girls. Although the BFF squad here doesn't get that much screen time in the show. But I still think they're good characters. She gets gold medal on her as well, as she is supportive, protective, and nice towards kids. Next, I'm going to give the gold medal honors to the Babysitters Club, even though they kill themselves in the final episode. Yeah. She wasn't really a nice villain. But her plan wasn't. Her plan is that bad. She's very bad. But overall, I think I have to give the Babysitter Clubs, the Babysitters. Okay, I forgot. Pretend Stella is in here, okay? I forgot about Stella. But Stella's in this one as well. Had to rate them a gold medal of honor to them as well. The good and bad. First we have Tina. Tina isn't a supporting character. But what makes her the bad part? I think I'm going to give her the silver medal of heroism, as she is a good protective character, but her actions aren't just really quite right towards the series, as she is practically torturing Tim throughout the franchise, and she's not really a good character in my personal perspective around Tina's character design, the attitude. But I would rate her in the good characters, but I rate her in the good and bad. Next we have the Boss Baby. I'm sorry, the Boss Baby. I give him a silver medal of heroism as well to him, as he supports the company, but overall it actually is his fault for making all the companies. Therefore, he's to be sued and arrested by the Baby Corp Police Department, or he gets immediately fired. But overall, I think he is a good character, a supporting father towards his sons, and a son and adopted sons, Luke and Alberto. Forgot to add Luke and Alberto, I think. Yeah, I forgot to add Luke and Alberto. Got that. Okay, they're somewhere in the good zone as well. So, yeah, that's my personal opinion on why he has to be on the good and bad list. Next, they have the Baby Ninjas. Yeah, the Baby Ninjas. You remember those guys. I like the Ninja Babies. They are really good and talented and trained in the company. But their actions aren't really good, as they can be distracted sometimes. But I think I give them a gold medal of heroism to the Ninja Babies, as they are heroic. They do save lives throughout the show. And the Ninja Baby Alexander, he's okay. He's a good character, yes. I personally like Alexander. He's a really good character, but his actions aren't really good. I'm sorry, his actions aren't really good. His actions aren't really good. But I'd give him a gold medal of heroism to him, as he is the main leader of the Ninja Baby group. And his teammates, unnamed, I forgot their names. So, overall, they're good characters. They support around the show. And they're more experienced ninjas. Not just ninjas. They're pretty personal, trained employees hired by Baby Corp Ted. Next we have Tim. Tim, yeah, you all know Tim's backstory, I think. Yeah, if you've seen my video, you probably know what I'm talking about. But anyways, I'll explain it for you. The reason why Tim is in the good and bad zone is because, well, Tim is a good guy and sometimes, but he is responsible for the death of his own wives, as he likes to drink alcohol in the show. But overall, I think Tim deserves the gold medal of good. The gold medal of good and bad. For being a good father. Yeah, he's a good father. But he's not exactly good per se. I'm sorry, Tabitha. Tabitha has to go on this list. The good and the bad. As much I know, I rated her in the good zone in Pixar. But I was really good to evil characters, but Tabitha just, she's not really a good character. She is, but I really like her character design in the show. But don't get me started on Boss Baby Christmas episode. That was really disturbing on seeing underwear on Tabitha like that. Now that was really disturbing on that freaking opening. Okay, guys, that was really disturbing. But it was not that Christmas episode. The reason why I put Tabitha on a good and bad list is that she is good. She supports the Templetons, but she mostly sometimes gets caught. She mostly gets caught by the villain squad. Goes from good and bad to Tabitha. Mostly. She's mostly good, but her actions aren't just that good. As she gets mostly caught as a victim. And she doesn't really stand up for herself. But she's an okay character for the series. But although she was just devastated after Max's death. But Ted revived Max, so overall, Tabitha is a good character, but it's just her actions are not good. So that's why I rate her. Next, we have Max. What do I have to say about Max? He's good. He's a good, loyal dog and husband to Tabitha. I think he's a good character. But why? Why is he bad? His actions aren't really so good throughout the final episode. He becomes really scared and he just really doesn't fight as he is scared of everything. Quote unquote Rooster from Sequoia Pets 2. Even personally, I give him a gold medal of good and bad at the same time. But personally, I think he's a good character. It's just his actions aren't really good throughout the show. As he is mostly dog and he can't really transform into a human, mostly. But of course, you know, the Polygon version. Yeah, you know what Max looks like. Human form. In Roland. But he's mostly the dog, Jack Cherry and Russell. So yeah. Next we have Stacy. Stacy is a good character, but her actions, she's mostly bad. Yeah, mostly bad for the show, as she does have temperamental seizures for the show and movies. She isn't really that much of a fighter, and she did co-pilot the helicopter. But I think she deserves a gold medal of good and bad at the same time, as she is the supporting mother, not father, and I think she's an okay character. And so Stacy isn't that smart, but she's mostly good throughout the show. but I'd rate her in bad, and she's barely, just barely, not even once in the episode. So I apologize. State's going to be not doing stuff. Next you have Jimbo. Yes. Jimbo is an okay father to his two kids, but he failed miserably as the villain squad kidnapped him and killed him off screen. But personally, I feel bad for Jimbo as he gets rejected all the time by Boss Baby. And I think he's a good character. He's tough, he's strong. Gold medal of heroism as well. As he did try to save the day. As he is strong with his muscles. Next we have Francis C. Francis. Yeah, of course you know Francis. But personally, I think she is a good character. But he's not much shown throughout the series. And personally, I think I'm gonna have to give him a silver medal of good and bad. As he mostly gets distracted most of the time with his friend, Dr. Armstrong, which I'll get into in a minute. And then I'll end it. Yeah, he sometimes gets distracted. And he wants to play around with the baby corn items. As he wants to be a baby again. So yeah. Next, finally, we have Dr. Louis Armstrong. And yes, he's a good hero in the show. But he gets easily distracted by anything and likes to play along with Eugene, Francis. But personally, he's an okay friend. I think he was an okay kind of hero. And these two become the heroes in the sequel towards the ending. And they become good friends. But right from the start, I'd rate him the most evil. So, yeah. So, personally, that's my opinions on Weekend Mansion, the characters, good to bad.